Hi everybody, welcome to Milgat Farms. A beautiful day here on the farm as always. It's a little cool, it's towards the end of May, and last night I think it was in the 40s. So our garden, which is right behind me, is not quite in yet. What I'm going to show you today is some fencing, temporary fencing that we did, the driver that we used, and we're going to talk a little bit about gardening. So this is the driver that we use. It's a next generation extreme driver, and it's got the vibratory head on it. Gotta say, that thing is absolutely amazing. Now it's leaning over here because I think the hydraulics kind of gave way and it's not quite level. We probably could have straightened it up a bit when I was done, but it's no real big deal. You can see that we've got some posts here. Check this out. These are locust posts, and actually they're locust logs that become posts. Now you can see them over there. That's going to be our permanent fencing. But what we needed to do was this temporary fencing here. The reason we need to do a temporary fence is because our sheep keep getting into our garden. So we want to get them out of the garden, and I can't finish the regular fence at this point. So what I did was, Isabel and I pounded or drove a lot of posts in, not a lot, but a few. Let me show you, right there. And we just put a temporary fence on the outside. And it's as temporary as going to be. So let me show you something here, it's kind of neat. All you guys see down there, this was probably a 7 or 8 foot post, and this little bit of wire that we pulled in that direction is what's pulling that post that way. Over here we got the same thing going on. This is our gate post, our temporary gate post. That's our permanent gate post, by the way. And this is running up and then running all the way down back to the gate. And this little chute area is where the sheep come in and out every day. Right now, they're all over there, which is a good thing. But check this out. Just this little bit of pull on the wire, both from coming this direction and going that direction, has pulled that post. Now, this is like that post over there. This is probably a 7 or 8 foot post. And just that little bit of tension on that wire pulls the post out. So what's going to happen later is that we're going to put a brace in. It's going to go across there, and then we're going to put our wire in, and that's going to secure the post in that direction so that it doesn't lean in this direction. So you can see that these posts are pretty much straight. One or two may be out a little bit, but that's not going to be a big deal. So I find this kind of interesting. I was with Isabel the other day. She had gotten out of school, and so we're down here working after we had finished doing the manure spreading, which was a lot of fun, and we decided we're going to go ahead and drive some posts. I drove, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I drove like 10 or 12 posts, and my sound messed up. I didn't have any audio. So you don't get the chance, or you didn't get the chance in that video, to kind of hear what the driver does when it drives a post. It's pretty cool. Instead of coming down and smacking it, it just sits on it and vibrates it right into the ground. It's a lot easier. It's definitely loud, no question about it, but it seems to be easier on the post to me. So in addition to driving the post, we connected a wire fence over here, and I'll show you how ugly that is. It works, but it's really ugly, no doubt about it. So from this distance, you really can't see how ugly it is. When we get up on it, you'll see it's not pretty. Now, I probably could have used some tensioners in here, but in reality, that's not what I'm gonna do. You can see where I connected them all right there, and it kind of wiggled a little bit. I can get it somewhat straight by moving the vertical line, but I think that's gonna be okay for this pull. And we're coming off of that post down there. We still gotta drive one down there at some point. Actually, this is the line right here. It's gonna head just to the left of the waterer. So we still got a bunch more posts to put in. We got the post here in, we got that whole section over there done, and then we've got to go all the way back down there as well. Before I do that though, I've got to go back up on the mountain and get some more posts. These come right off of our farm. They're locust. They're about the right size. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a little spot for our garden. This one here, definitely out of whack. I'm gonna have to pull it. Hey, check it out. Cows are moving. They're moving. I don't know where they're going. Brrr. It's fun to see a bunch of happy cows. And in here, we got our garden going. I say going. I've got to till it one more time today, and then tomorrow we're going to do our planting. We're going to be planting a lot of beans, corn, potatoes, and onions. Our spring project is almost finished. Let's go check that out. We have a discharge hose. I've got a little pump down there. We got a bigger pump off of Facebook Marketplace the other day, a 2-inch version. And this hose right here is gonna fill our tank up. Probably gonna move that tank away from our beat up greenhouse. I'm not messing with the greenhouse right now. It's a little too much to take on. Probably do that at the middle or end of June. But right now, the goal is to get our plants in. So we've got to get the garden tilled and everything ready. And that's the reason we did the fence. Keep those crazy sheep out of here. Oh, stars. How's that possible? Hi, Porter. What are you doing up there? What's up, moo cows? So what I didn't like to see was the overflow on the spring. It was, I don't know if this is stopped up or what. So let's see if we got water coming out of here. But the overflow is running. And that's why. That's not a lot of water coming out of there. I've not permanently put the lines in the ground yet. That's gonna happen later in the summer. So right now, it doesn't seem like something's working correctly. So either we got a blockage in the hose, I don't know, but the overflow on the spring, that's moving. There we go. Check it out, guys. That's the way it's supposed to flow. So somehow there was something in the line. You can see the dirt. That's not good. Let's go ahead and set this back up the way it should. And let's go down and look at it in the spring. It's likely that's got a stoppage somewhere or a blockage. Hey, Porter. That's Porter. So what's happening right now is it's blowing all that air out of there. In a moment, we're gonna get some water. There's that dirty water. All right, well, that's a good sign. It goes from here down to Porter's area over there where it fills up and then it drains out on the ground. That's a really good flow. Our spring doesn't move that fast typically. I think we talked about this in a previous video. We got a lot of winds here this past winter. In fact, in one video, it blew over our eggmobile. You can see it right up there. Right now, it's all strapped down. So the eggmobile got rolled. Oh, hold on. I hate thistles. I cut every one. Eggmobile got rolled. That was bad. We had to right it back up. It rolled in the middle of the night, too. So I'm gonna put a video right up here about that. What a crazy day that was. Cold. It was in the middle of December. I think it was December. In the night, at night. Rolled that thing right over. Crazy amounts of wind. Then, it wasn't too long after that, we lost the skin on our greenhouse. So you can see it's missing. This was attached to the greenhouse over there. That's the side, roll-up side. So we got 3 major windstorms. The first one took the wall on the far side and the skin. The second one took this wall out. And then the third one picked it back up, hit that, and then landed on the tank. What a mess. So you can tell right there, no water's coming out. That's the overflow. And when this gets blocked up, or that has a blockage in it, it will actually back up in here. The water level will come up, and when it does, it's gonna go out that overflow. Eventually, that overflow is gonna be plumbed out on the other side of the fence over that way in order to get it away from our pastures and not create any kind of soggy area. We have probably 3 springs here. There's one underneath of right here. There's one right over there, and I think there's probably one on both sides there. So there's really 4, and there's one right up in there, and it just comes out of the ground. This whole area right here has been a low spot for many years for us, and I thought, well, maybe we can take advantage of it. So last year I dug it out, did a couple videos on it. Once we finish it, we'll do some more videos. When it's all said and done, this will all be covered up. There'll be a tank buried over here for collection. And then this will all this area here, all the way around, is gonna be smoothed out. This little section of the garden will come down to here. We might put a couple of small sections here, I'm not really sure. We're definitely putting 2 or 3 more rows up there. And of course, we got a row over there beyond the garlic. We'll be using the greenhouse later in the season for extending our vegetables, such as the lettuces, really, through the winter. So one of the things we got to do today is we're going to till this up one more time. We have 4 sections here to till. We're pulling rocks out almost every time we do it. We got most of the big ones up, and we're tilling this down to about 6 inches. Guys, hear that bird? I don't know where he is. There he is. Oh, what are they doing in my... Oh, you gotta be kidding. You guys see it? That little bluebird? Get out of the exhaust stack. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. Oh man, that is not good. You are a knucklehead. You know I gotta start that thing, don't you? Oh boy, here's another one of these thistles. Hate it. Last year, I was cutting a thistle. I missed it, hit my leg. Whew, I needed a couple stitches actually. It was a bad day. All right, you guys gotta go. So you can see the corner right here. I wanted about 9-foot or 10-foot post. That's gonna be my brace post. And as it sits across the top, we're gonna come from the bottom of here to the top, and it's gonna keep that pressure on that side right there. We'll do the same thing here. And that way this post will not come in this direction or that direction. And you guys are looking at this wood like, Kevin, what are you doing? That is solid. That is solid, and it's not gonna rot for at least 20 years. And that's about all we need for our garden, guys. You can see the sheep all the way over there. They wanna come down here, but I'm not letting them in. Hey, it's been fun talking to you guys. This is the project that we have going on right now. We need to get this fence finished, but we really need to get our garden in. So I'm gonna finish this video with doing some tilling, but before I go, consider giving us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. We love hearing from you guys. So any suggestions you got, I would love to hear them. Certainly make me a better farmer. So thanks again for watching our videos, and until next time, God bless you guys. I'm going to set up on a post. I wonder what's up with that. All right, here we go. Usually takes me about, I don't know, 20 minutes to get this done. I'm definitely not for it, that's for sure. Got my comfy shoes on. I've had this tractor, guys, going on 15 years. I love it, I love it, I love it. I really need a skid steer though, but I can't bring myself to selling this thing. Now, when I do this, I don't like starting off at a high RPM and with my PTO. I want to start off the PTO a little lower RPM, make sure there's nothing crunching in there. Then I run my PTO up to 540. All right, I know I'm in first. Head on, let's go. Now I'm gonna do, as I'm doing this, guys, I'm wondering if I'm gonna hit a rock. If I do hit that rock, I'm gonna yank back on the lift and pull the tiller out of the ground. Yep, there's one rock, but it didn't really cause any problems. There's another. another rock. I don't see it though. Oh, definitely hit a rock there. Not a big one though. I think I unearthed most of my big rocks on my first couple of runs. This is doing really nice. We really got a whole bunch of rocks. Kind of wish I was a rock farmer because I'd be making a lot of money right now.